Did you know that setting up a holding LLC can help protect your assets and cut your tax bill? But if you set it up wrong, you could lose those benefits. So let's make sure you do it right. In this video, I'll go over how to set up a holding LLC company. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to set up a holding LLC, why it matters, and how to avoid the common pitfalls that trip up so many new business owners. So let's jump right in. What is a holding LLC and why does it matter? Before we get into the steps, let's quickly break down what a holding LLC actually is and why it's useful. A holding LLC, sometimes called a parent company or an umbrella company, is a legal business entity that owns and controls other companies, known as subsidiaries. Unlike an operating business, a holding LLC doesn't directly sell products or offer services. Its main function is to own assets, like other businesses, real estate, intellectual property, etc. And it oversees the operations of its subsidiaries. For example, let's say you own a clothing brand and a separate e-commerce fulfillment company. Instead of running both businesses under the same LLC, you could create a holding LLC that owns both companies. That way, the holding LLC provides legal and financial protection, and it helps you keep the operations of each business separate. Why it matters: liability protection. If one of your subsidiary companies gets sued, the holding LLC protects the assets of the other businesses. Tax benefits. Holding companies can sometimes benefit from pass-through taxation or other tax breaks depending on the structure. Simplified management. Instead of managing multiple businesses separately, you can consolidate decisions, cash flow, and strategic oversight under the holding LLC. Step 1, form the holding LLC. All right, let's get into the first and most important step, actually setting up the holding LLC. Step 1.1, choose a business structure. Most holding companies are structured as either a limited liability company, an LLC, or a corporation. For most small and medium-sized business owners, an LLC is the best option because it provides liability protection. So if one of your businesses faces legal trouble, your personal assets are shielded. Pass-through taxation. Profits and losses from the subsidiary companies flow through the LLC to your personal tax return, avoiding double taxation. It's simpler to manage than a corporation. 1.2, file articles of incorporation. To make the holding LLC official, you need to file the articles of incorporation, or the articles of organization, with your state's Secretary of State office. This document typically includes your business name, the names of the LLC members, your business address, and a description of the business purpose. Pro tip: if you're not sure how to file the articles of incorporation and you want to make sure that you don't miss any details, you can use LegalZoom to handle the filing for you. They'll walk you through the process and make sure that everything is compliant with state laws. To get started with LegalZoom, just click the link down below in the description. Why LegalZoom makes this easier. Setting up an LLC isn't necessarily complicated, but it's easy to make small mistakes that could delay the process, or worse, leave you vulnerable to legal issues down the road. That's where LegalZoom comes in. LegalZoom is one of the most popular business formation services out there, and for good reason. They've helped over 2 million businesses, so they know exactly how to handle any situation. They offer a simple, guided process that helps you avoid mistakes. Their service includes a detailed check of your state's filing requirements to ensure that everything is set up correctly. They'll even act as a legal resource for your LLC after you've filed, helping you stay compliant with state regulations and avoid penalties. What LegalZoom offers for LLCs: LLC formation in all 50 states, fast processing options if you need your LLC formed quickly, customizable operating agreement templates, business licenses, permits, and trademark services. And the best part is that LegalZoom has affordable pricing options, so you don't need to spend thousands to get your business set up properly. They offer transparent pricing with no hidden fees, and you can start the process online in just a few minutes. If you want to make sure your LLC is set up correctly and legally protected, then click the link down below to get started with LegalZoom. Step 1.3, choose a registered agent. Every LLC is required to have a registered agent, a person or company that handles legal and tax documents on behalf of the business. The registered agent must have a physical address in the state where your LLC is registered. You can be your own registered agent, but using a professional service like Northwest Registered Agent makes things easier and more secure. Here's the thing: acting as your own registered agent seems simple, but it comes with some risks. If you miss a legal notice or you don't handle the paperwork correctly, your business could face fines, lawsuits, or even get dissolved by the state. That's why so many business owners rely on Northwest Registered Agent to handle this part for them. Here's why Northwest is one of the best options: privacy protection. Your personal address stays private since Northwest's address is listed on public records instead of yours. Professional handling. Northwest will receive and manage all legal documents, government notices, and tax notifications on your behalf. Compliance monitoring. They'll remind you about filing deadlines and annual reports so you stay compliant. Free for the first year. When you form your LLC through Northwest, you can get a full year of registered agent service included for for free. Lifetime customer support. Northwest has one of the best reputations for customer service in the industry. They'll answer questions and help you through any issues that come up. If you miss a legal notice or you fail to file the right paperwork, it could lead to penalties or even losing your LLC status. Northwest Registered Agent helps prevent that from happening by staying on top of all the legal requirements for you. So if you want peace of mind and professional handling of all your business documents, then go ahead and click the link below to get started with Northwest Registered Agent. Part 1.4, pay the state filing fee. Fees vary depending on the state, but expect to pay anywhere from $50 to $500 to officially form your holding LLC. Some states like California have higher fees, while other states like Wyoming have lower fees. If you want to compare fees, LegalZoom has a tool that shows state-by-state filing costs. Step 2, create an operating agreement. Once your LLC is legally formed, the next step is creating an operating agreement. An operating agreement is essentially the rule book for how your holding company will function. This is especially important for a holding LLC because it establishes the relationship between the holding company and its subsidiaries. What to include in the operating agreement. Purpose of the LLC. State that the holding LLC is being created specifically to hold and control subsidiary companies. Management structure. Who will manage the holding company? Will it be member managed or manager managed? Profit distribution. How will profits be distributed among members? Subsidiary control. Include a clause that gives the holding LLC control over the management and operations of its subsidiaries. Decision making. State which decisions require a vote for members. Pro tip, LegalZoom offers templates and guidance for drafting an operating agreement. You want to keep things simple and avoid missing important legal details, check out LegalZoom for help with this step. Step 3, set up your subsidiary LLCs. Now it's time to create the businesses that your holding LLC will control. Option 1, you can create new LLCs as subsidiaries. If you're starting new businesses from scratch, then you'll need to create new LLCs. File articles of incorporation for each subsidiary. State that the holding company is the sole member or the owner of the subsidiary. Include the relationship in the holding company's operating agreement. Option 2, convert existing businesses into subsidiaries. If you already own one or more LLCs, you can transfer ownership to the holding company. Amend the existing operating agreement for each subsidiary. Add a clause that states the holding LLC now owns and controls the business. Update any business licenses, permits, and tax information. Step 4, set up financial and tax structures. So now that your holding company and subsidiaries are legally tied together, it's time to set up financial systems. Step 4.1, open a business bank account. Open a separate business bank account for your holding LLC. Keep holding company funds separate from subsidiary funds for clean financial management and liability protection. Step 4.2, assign tax status. Most holding companies operate as pass-through entities, meaning that profits are passed through to the owners and taxed on their personal tax returns. If you prefer a corporate tax structure, then you can file an S Corp or C Corp election. And that's it. Setting up a holding LLC isn't as complicated as it seems once you break it down into these simple steps. Start with forming an LLC, create an operating agreement, and set up your subsidiaries. Once everything is in place, you'll have a more protected and streamlined business structure. If you want to make sure that your LLC is set up correctly, then click the link below to check out LegalZoom for fast, reliable formation services. And if you want to protect your business from legal and compliance issues, then click the link to sign with Northwest Registered Agent down below. You'll get a full year of registered agent services for free. Now, if you want to get started with setting up your LLC or holding company, again, you'll find those links down in the description below. These are affiliate links, which means that we earn a small commission when you use them at no extra cost to you. And these commissions really help support the channel and allow us to continue to create free content just like this. So if you end up using them, we thank you so much in advance. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another video. Here on this channel, we cover everything that you need to know about forming, managing, and scaling your LLC or holding company, plus smart tax strategies and business tips to help you grow. So be sure to subscribe. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you here in the next video.